Hey, how you doing, sis? So let me ask you something. You listen to rap music? Okay, so what type of rap music do you listen to?
Old rap music.
Old rap music like, what you talking about? Ice Cube, what's it, Tribe Called Quest and stuff like that? Okay, so with Ice Cube, when we talk about Ice Cube, what was he promoting when he was rapping? Gangs and, all right, and gang violence, right? So today, with today's music, what are they promoting right now? What'd you say, sis? Sex. So do you agree with the music of today? Matter of fact, let me ask you, do you listen to the music of today? She said like old school rap, you know what I'm saying? What about you? You listen to both? So who's your favorite artist?
From now or like?
From now.
Probably, I listen to a few more rappers.
Okay. So Saweetie, okay. Megan Thee Stallion, okay. Cardi B, okay. So Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B, they had a song that went global, right? You know what song I'm talking about? Okay, so with that song, WAP, right? What do you think about that song? Do you think that song is beneficial to the young women growing up? Why not? Why do you not agree with that?
Because they're not showing nothing to us that they could. It's like inspirational. Just talking about.
It's talking about selling your body, basically, right? Even with Saweetie, she tells you that if a man can't buy you a Birkin bag, he not worth your time, right? That's one of the things she got famous for. So when you hear music like that that's promoting sex or promoting that women independency and things like that, and how do you think that affects the young kids or even like yourself? How old are you? 18. How old are you? 17. How do you think that affects your thought process? Do you even think it affects your thought process?
No, because I grew up with something different.
You grew up on something different? Okay, so let's read this, 1 Corinthians 15. So, brother, we going over the music of today and how if it does affect the women today. You hear me? So stay right here, sis. Don't leave real quick. I got you. Read.
1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 33. Be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners.
So God said, be not deceived, though. Don't be tricked. Evil communication corrupts good manners. So you might think that you have a way, a set of thinking, and you have moral standards, right? But God says through that evil communication of saying WAP and how they talk about sexualizing themselves, it can corrupt your good manners. One way it can corrupt your good manners is how you present yourself as far as the way you dress. Because they have a certain way of dressing, those Cardi B's, the Megan Thee Stallions, the Saweeties, right? How do they dress? How do they present themselves to the world? Do they present themselves as covered up, or do they be showing things? Not much, but I've seen some Instagram posts of Saweetie. Sometimes she does be showing something, right? So give me a modest apparel. You know what I want? Because what I'm showing you is that music that you listen to has an effect on your thought process because you watch them and you start to emulate what they do. And I'm going to show you something right now. Read this here.
1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 9. In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
So God said that women are supposed to adorn themselves in modest apparel. And we can agree that we'll leave out Saweetie, but we're going to Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B. They do not dress themselves in modest apparel, right? And I'm looking at you right now, sis. Right now you have on a very, very short dress. And it's very tight on your body. Do you believe that is a modest dress? All right, so let me ask you something. What is the definition of modest? Hey, you got that for me? What does modest mean to you? What about you, sis? Respecting yourself? Okay. So we about to get the definition of modest. Okay, so stay right here, sis. Stay right here. We're going to get the definition of modest because this is important for our salvation. All right? Read.
Modest. 3. Having or showing for decencies of behavior, speech, dress, etc. 1. Having or showing a moderate or humble estimate of one's merits, importance, etc.
Right. So modest means you're supposed to be not wanting to attract sexual attention. Because what happens when you dress like that and men look at you, right? If a man look at you, I'm a man. So what do you think that men think about when they see your curves and stuff like that? Do you think that, dang, I'm gonna marry her one day and I'm gonna make her my wife and then we gonna have kids and we gonna be married for 32 years? Or what? Or do you think they think just to sleep with you? Well, I'm gonna speak for a man. Well, me being a man, if I see you dressed like that, sis, I'm not thinking to marry you. I'm thinking about if I'm a smash and dash. And that's what is produced from our sisters for that music. It puts it in your mindset that where you think that, okay, this music is good, and you see how they dress it, and now you come out dressing like that. But the Bible says, get that again, Timothy.
1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 9. In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
So it said, God said that the women's supposed to dress in modest apparel. Along with modest apparel is Deuteronomy chapter 22 verse 5. Because you need to be covered up to where you're not showing yourself to men. That way that you can be able to present yourself as a godly woman, so you can be able to set yourself up to be married. So do you want to be a baby mama? No. Do you want to be a baby mama, sis? No. So you want to be able to present yourself as someone that is available to marry, not someone who's available just to be a one-night stand or a booty call. Because that's not something that you want to be at the age of 18. You don't want to be on those shows that where they had the single-parent moms or the, what's that show called? Maury. You don't want to end up on Maury saying, is this the father? Going having different men come over there to get baby daddy checks. You don't want to be going through that because you see them running out. You see them running to the back. You see that, and it's an embarrassing moment. You want to be able to have somebody who's going to look at you and say, I love her, and I want to be able to take care of her and make sure I provide for her and treat her as a wife and not as a jump off, right? So Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 5.
Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
Right, so when you look at Saweetie, so Saweetie right now, is she married? No, she was with Quavo, right? And then they broke up, right? All right, what about Megan Thee Stallion? Is she married? Megan Thee Stallion? Nah, she got a boyfriend. That dude is her boyfriend. What about Cardi's married, right? But what did Cardi say when they made that video? Then there was a video with Quavo saying, she got y'all food. She up in here cleaning the house. Because in the song, they tell them not to clean the house. Quavo said that, Offset told him that she got y'all here food. She in here cleaning. She over there is telling you what to do, but she's not doing exactly what she's saying in her songs. But I'm showing you that those other two women are not married. So you listening to that music and you presenting yourself how they do, you're going to end up with the same results. Going from man to man and not having nobody to be able to call your own and to be able to provide for you. You're not going to end up with a husband like that. You have a what? Okay, give me Hebrews. So you have a boyfriend. So let me ask you something. Is boyfriend and girlfriend in the Bible? Okay, so why is boyfriend and girlfriend? Why do you think boyfriend and girlfriend not in the Bible? Matter of fact, read Hebrews first. Read Hebrews first. Read.
Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all.
So God said that marriage is honorable, sis. He didn't say boyfriend and girlfriend is honorable. He said marriage is honorable. Read.
And the bed undefiled.
Meaning when you're married, that you could do anything with your husband as long as it goes with the laws of God. When you're in your bed with your husband, not your boyfriend, read.
But whoremongers.
But men who sleep from women to women, meaning he says, I don't like her no more, I'm going to go to the next woman. I don't like her no more, I'm going to the next woman. That's a whoremonger, read.
And adulterers. God will judge.
God's going to judge the woman and the man who's jumping from man to man or woman to woman. How do you think God is going to judge you? So it's not about being Christian. This is about a heritage that was given to the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. How you can be judged is with STDs. If you lay down with a dude who's been, you say, oh, he can leave and be single, you get with any other dude, and he might have had sex with a girl who might have had syphilis or something. If he lay down with you, now you got syphilis. Huh? So you're going to get tested before you have sex with somebody. Every time you have sex, you're going to get tested before you do it? Both gonna get tested. But that still doesn't defeat the fact that you're gonna have to go through that whole process. And 9 times out of 10, when you in there and you in a relationship with somebody, if the dude don't want to get tested, what are you gonna? You're not gonna just end up breaking up with him. Especially if you got some feelings for the person. If he want to lay down with you, I'm gonna be real with you, sis. You're not gonna do that. You're gonna end up having sex with that man, and you're not gonna know if he got something or not, and you're gonna end up with the disease. You can't. Our people think in that mindset, think that we can be able to just go ahead. I'm gonna get tested before I have sex. That's not gonna happen, and because it's not the way that God set it up to be. You might think that you can get tested beforehand, but God can still put it on you where you can get some type of disease from that. You can't think that just because you can escape from God, because God said the judgment is that you're going to be judged. Not me. God said it's the judgment. So you can't escape from God by thinking that, oh, I'm going to just get a test every time I get into a relationship with somebody, because so that's the way I'm going to prevent myself from getting an STD. That's not how it's going to work. God is still going to judge you according to his laws, because he did not set it up to where you can have a boyfriend and girlfriend. Give me Leviticus. There shall be no whores of the daughters of 1927. Because God said that you are supposed to be a princess, sis. I'm not saying this to beat you down. God said you're supposed to be a princess on the earth, and you're supposed to carry yourself as a princess. But when you say that, hey, if this person wants to leave, he can leave, and then if you get into another relationship, you already had sex, sis, you're putting yourself in a film of a whore. Because another man is going to keep on going on the process, and if you don't go by the laws of God, no man is going to look up towards you to marry you, because you have to present yourself as a princess so a man can hold you up as so you can be married, right? So you don't want to be able to present yourself as somebody who I can lay down with her, and if I don't want to have her no more, I can move on to the next one.
Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 29. Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore, lest the land fall to whoredom.
Right, so God says you should not prostitute thy daughter to be a whore. One of the ways that we are prostituting our daughters is by letting them go out in the streets wearing any type of clothing. Any type of clothing where they be able to show themselves to the men, where they can look at them for sex. That is prostituting our daughters, and it said, lest the land fall to whoredom. And that's what you see right now. Single parent household is from people saying that I'm going to have a boyfriend or I'm going to have a girlfriend. That's where the single parent households comes from. Going from woman to woman and man, and having nothing to hold a commitment to. Nothing to saying that we are bound together. So it goes, that's why it's the same thing. That's why in Hebrews 13 it said, whoremongers. A whoremonger is a man who chooses not to stay with the woman that he laid down with or marry with her. That's a whoremonger. So that's what it said in Hebrews. So you are right. And I'm a product of that too. My dad, he was gone because he wanted to go from woman to woman to woman. So I have 60 siblings because my dad chose not to choose one woman and stay with that. So you are exactly correct. But that does not to take away the fact that we as our sisters should not be out there dressing themselves as the way where a man is going to look at them as whores.
Read Proverbs 17:7-10.
Read Proverbs 7:10. So again, sister, according to the Bible, a woman's supposed to be wearing a dress that covers her up. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that is true. That is true. But it's at the end of the day, they might still want to sleep with you, but it still goes along with you keeping yourself in a high matter. That doesn't mean just because they want to sleep with you that you say, oh, it doesn't matter what I wear, so I'm not going to wear anything. You should still want to keep that mindset and dress yourself as such of a princess, so where it doesn't affect, where you keeping yourself in line. Huh?
7 and 10.
Proverbs chapter 7 and verse 10. And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of a harlot and subtle of heart.
So let me ask you something. So it says, the Bible says, behold, there he met him a woman with the attire of a harlot. So what is an attire of a harlot? So what is that? Stay right there. Stay right there. Says, explain that to me. What is the attire of a harlot? What does that look like? Anything that shows off your body, right? Read.
Behold, there met him a woman with the attire of a harlot and subtle of heart. She is loud and stubborn, her feet abide not in her house.
She said she is loud and stubborn, her feet abide not in her house. Meaning she's always out and about in the streets, showing herself off to different men. She's not in her house, keeping herself at home, to where a bunch of men can't be able to go ahead and see her and be pedophiles and look at her like that, to where they want to look at her for sex. It says she's loud and stubborn. So you got to be able to look at yourself and say, am I wearing something that is in the attire of a harlot? You said, sis, that's something that is revealing, correct? So that's you said.
What, read Deuteronomy 22?
Deuteronomy 22 verse 5. So you saying that it doesn't have to be revealing. I understand your point that you're saying, sis. You're trying to say it doesn't matter what you wear, men are still going to look at you for sex. But a righteous man is not going to look at you like that. But that still does not take away the purpose that you need to be dressed up and dresses according to the Bible. All right, Deuteronomy 22 verse 5.
Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
So God says that a woman should not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, and a man should not put on something that pertains to a woman. So we understand that dresses are women's clothing that men should not wear. Do we agree? So you believe that men can wear dresses? According to the Bible, read it again. Read it again.
Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
Brother in the back, do you believe that it's okay for men to wear a dress? No. Okay. So that is something that God says that we as men, we are not supposed to be wearing dresses, right? So there's clothing that women wear, panties, dress, heels that men should not wear. Right. Correct? Do you agree with that, brother? All right, so, and it says on the top right, that the woman shall not wear that which pertains unto a man. So what do things that women wear that pertains to men?
You said it.
Huh? What'd you say? Pants. Exactly. So God says that women are not supposed to wear pants. Why? It's because it puts a manly spirit on that woman, to where they think and they act as if they're a man. God says that that is an abomination. That is something that goes against the word of God. And that's what leads to the destruction of our communities, and where our sisters get whored out because they want to wear revealing pants and think that it's always on the man to not look at you. It's your job to present yourself as a godly woman.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are how men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.